Everybody, and welcome to Wrassle Graps. I'm Chris,
I'm Vincent.
and today we're here to talk about the question that everyone's had for the past 48 hours. Was that picture actually Ric Flair? And, what are your thoughts?
I think he's denied it on Twitter. He said I would never go on a train ever. So I was like, yeah, okay, okay.
I was very disappointed. I wish he would have just kept up with the character.
He had a little cartoon and it said woo woo when it was a train.
And,
That was pretty fun.
in all seriousness, I hope someone Googles it because I feel like if I saw that picture, everyone else should have to see that picture.
It's like the other people were like, let's just Photoshop his face onto the back of this dude's head right here. Him going woo. And I was like, oh, okay, okay.
Oh, you have no idea how upsetting it was in the morning yesterday. Go on Twitter, see someone say, "Oh, Ric Flair's trending." Wonder what that's about, and then they don't tell you what it is, so you have to go look
It
yourself. And you're
was
trying.
everywhere. I couldn't. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore it.
I wasn't trying to, but you know, I mean, I wasn't intentionally staying away from it. I also wasn't intentionally looking for it. It just kept showing up.
That's exactly what happened to me. Yeah, it was just one after the other, after the other, after the other. I was just like, "What's going on here? Oh, okay, it's that picture. What's going on here? It's that picture." Okay.
But in all seriousness, no, we're here to talk about AEW. But that was
Oh,
also the
are
thing that
we?
happened
I
yesterday.
thought we were talking about
Yeah.
SmackDown.
No, it's like 15 minutes ago, or like before we got into this, I was downstairs in my basement doing my laundry. I was like, man, it'd be awesome to open up with a bit where
Mhm.
I'd say that's what we're talking about. I thought you were gonna react more than you did to that. Yeah, I don't know why.
No, there was. Yeah. It was still. It was interesting enough, I guess.
I thought I was gonna say that, and you're gonna be like, no, no, we're not here to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna do that for sure.
I won't. Regardless, AEW happened yesterday, and
It did.
it was certainly a show that did happen.
Yeah, I look. I keep thinking that we're reviewing SmackDown. Like literally, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, "We're reviewing SmackDown tomorrow." I was like, "No, we're not. It's AEW." I was just chilling before this. I was like, "This SmackDown," and I was like, "No, it's AEW."
I kid you not. Monday night, I had a dream where I missed Raw and I had to review it. So I was like, damn it, what am
Oh,
I going to do? And I woke up, I was like, man, what am I thinking? I don't ever have to talk about that again. We don't do that here anymore.
yeah, it's a nightmare. That's what you call a nightmare.
Yeah.
True
Yeah.
nightmare. Not like one of those fake nightmares where like your arm gets cut off. No, it's a true nightmare. You have to watch Raw. You have to review Raw. You forgot to review Raw. Whole big thing.
That's a real.
At
I
least
mean,
if you
but
get your arm cut off, it's like a quick thing. It's just like boom,
it is.
and then you wake up.
It's not a whole 3 hour event where it keeps happening.
Yeah, that's just suffering.
And well, what could be suffering possibly is the SummerSlam card coming up on Sunday, which we will do predictions for. That'll be up at some point this week. It is on a Saturday. I did find out SummerSlam is on a Saturday this year for some reason. No one knows why, but it's on.
Isn't NXT on a Sunday?
I don't know when it is. I had no idea what's going on this week. This whole SummerSlam on a Saturday thing threw me off, but
Yeah,
I'll watch it regardless. I guess.
yeah, I guess so.
I don't know why I'm saying it like that. We have to watch it.
DJ Tony Khan's gonna be there. We'll be there too.
Who, in real talk, who the hell is this DJ Condi?
I listen. I was gonna look him up, but then I decided not to look him up, and now I don't know who he is. So
Does
there's too many
anybody know who he
cons
is?
to keep up with. I don't really care.
You have Tony, Nick, now you got this guy. I
This
mean,
motherfucker
honestly, I don't get it.
is. Are they all related? And somehow they probably are. Honestly, just check out ancestry.com. Just type it in a little bit.
This show is a 10 match card, okay? This is a big departure from the 5 matches I'm used to. It's less than 3 hours. You get in, you get out, it's quick. This is going to be a 4 hour event, and I have to deal with DJ Nick Khan in the middle of this somewhere. I'm not looking forward to it, okay?
Yeah, me either. I don't know, dude. I don't know what songs he has anyway. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna play a little his little DJ set. I have no idea.
I had no idea this guy was a real person until yesterday when they were like, this person's going to be here. I was like, who?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, I
I'm
get,
telling you, it's just Tony Khan in a mask.
and look, before anybody says anything, this isn't the Mad Money thing where people were like jokingly saying, like, who's that guy? Like, who knows who that guy is? This is serious. Who the hell is that guy? I have no idea who
Some
he
people just
is.
don't know who he is, to be honest.
Yeah. No,
Bad
but like
Bunny.
there was a whole thing though, where people were just intentionally like being serious, like jokingly around, being like, who the hell is that guy? You know.
Yeah,
But no, this is really like I don't think anyone knows who this guy is, and if you do, you're lying. You don't. No one
yeah.
does.
I don't think anyone does. It is what it is, though.
Oh well, whatever.
I guess they
Uh,
couldn't get like Cardi B or something.
yeah, so they got this guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. So let's get into AEW. We'll talk about SummerSlam. We'll do the predictions later on in a different video, not this one.
No,
It'll be a
not
different thing.
this one. Don't. It's a different podcast.
If you're here for that, then leave, but don't leave because we want you to stay here and listen to this. We need the watch time and the views and the subscriptions and likes. So, don't leave.
Yeah. Don't do
Or,
not leave, please.
yeah. So, enough of that.
I'm sure
Uh,
you will enjoy this.
yeah, you hope. You always hope.
Yeah, I'm very confident that you'll enjoy this
I also am confident, I think. But
because we have
anyways,
fun doing it. So let's just get into it.
yeah. Well, so we start off the show with a Moxley and Kingston promo. They said something
I mean,
along the
not
lines of,
really. Did they?
they said something along the lines of, ow, that hurts, stop hitting me. I swear to God, if this is 2.0 and Daniel Garcia again, I'm going to kill somebody. Something along those lines.
Yeah,
I,
Dante Garcia, man. They just came. They were playing Wild Thing. I was like, oh, it's John Moxley and his best friend Eddie Kingston, right? But then all of a sudden, Dante Garcia comes out of nowhere and just started assaulting them. It's just crazy, all by himself, and with his two buddies, I guess. But they weren't doing much.
yeah, they didn't do much. They came out, they were just very excited to have their match, apparently. That's all that was about.
Yeah, motherfucker in the vest that was talking, it sounded like his head was about to explode. That's how his voice sounds. Like his voice is about to just fucking go out any minute.
I don't really know too much about them, but I enjoy the way that he sounds particularly. He sounds like he's very excited to be doing whatever he's doing. I enjoy that a lot.
It sounds like his voice about to go out.
I know, and I like that. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I said it all week, to be honest. So
I consistently sound every time we do these things like my voice has gone out, but I'm still going because I got it. I have to.
yeah, it's the grind. We're on the grind. It's grind
Anyways,
time, baby.
2.0, they were very excited for this match and they got it. Because according
I
to
keep mistaking
commentary,
2.0 for like the hybrid 2.
well, they do both have two in the name. It's not the craziest stretch.
Yeah.
But let's be clear here, Hybrid
Because they're
2
like
is
2.0, and then they're like Daniel Garcia, and I'm like, wait, whoa, he's not in the hybrid 2.
yeah, wearing green or
I don't
dancing
think Daniel
strategy.
Garcia dances. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the easiest way to remember is if you don't see Matt Hardy with them or the Blade or the Bunny, it's not the Hybrid 2.
Or the private party.
Them two, yeah. I don't know how I forgot
That's a
about them.
huge group.
Some would say too big, as some would say.
Yeah, he has too many clients.
Some would say just relax, it's not that serious. Just calm down.
He's got big money, I guess.
Keep that big money to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't throw it all over the place like that. Hold on to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So this actual match between Sting and Darby Allin versus 2.0, it wasn't nothing crazy. This wasn't the craziest Darby affair you've ever seen in your life. But, I thought it was an enjoyable opener.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, he hit that fucking double scorpion death drop, and then the submission hold, of course.
There was a point where Daniel Garcia kept interfering, then Eddie Kingston, very upset, Eddie Kingston came back to attack him and take him away from the match. Uh, Sting no-sold the table spot for the double
Oh
scorpion
yeah,
deathbox.
that did happen.
He
I
no-sold
kind of
it.
popped for that.
Honestly, Darby didn't actually need to be here. Sting could have handled this by himself, is what I got from this whole match.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I was just like, Sting's wrecking house right now. He locked them both in the double scorpion deathlock or whatever it's called. And yeah,
But in the match when Sting's doing the double finishers,
and
that
all Darby did was just fucking celebrate afterwards.
you were just standing there. Get him, Dad. Go get him. Show
Yeah, that's how it
those are the
felt.
mean kids who beat me up. Go get him, Dad.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
It did feel that way, but they did get the win for the team, and that's really all there was to this segment.
Yeah.
So we can move on forward to earlier on the day. Sammy Guevara proposes to his girlfriend. She says yes,
Oh,
and Tully Blanchard and Sean Spears made fun of it because who wouldn't do that?
they're heels. They're bad dudes.
Yeah, they are bad guys, and they need to get over this match. They need some context for it.
How dare you get engaged?
Man, imagine getting engaged, he said.
Imagine getting engaged. What a fucking loser, am I right?
Imagine being tied down to one person for the rest of your life. Pfft, miss me with that, says Sean
Pathetic.
Spears.
What
But
a
yeah,
fucking loser.
in all seriousness, congrats to him. Uh,
Yeah, congratulations.
congrats to that couple in general, but congrats to Sammy and Spears for putting on a great match. I genuinely enjoyed this a lot,
This
actually.
was a great, yeah, this is fantastic. There's everything about it. Like Sammy's in ring work is solid. It's just amazing. And Sean Spears is solid too. So they weren't gonna go out there and just put on a shitty match. So yeah.
I don't know if it's
Well, I
because
haven't
he,
been too high on Sean Spears lately. Like ever since he joined AEW really, he's been kinda on and off with his pushes, and then also he's just had lackluster matches. He's probably been mostly on Dark or something. But this was his best match by far.
he had the Cody match when he came in, and he had a cool presentation at the chairman, but then he lost to Cody, and then he went downhill for a little bit.
I've
But
always thought the chairman was kind of iffy gimmick. It was like it's cool. It's just not my thing. I just don't like you come up with a chair and call yourself the chairman, but like I mean half the time
it's
he doesn't even use a chair to do anything.
I like the idea of the gimmick. Maybe if you hit people in the head less with it, that might have been a less controversial thing to do. But
Yeah,
hey, you do you, I guess. But then you got Tully to back him up, which was a good addition, I thought, but that didn't go anywhere. But I,
yeah.
some would say he still isn't going anywhere really, but who knows?
Who knows? Only evil Uno knows.
I guess so.
Yeah,
But I mean, I don't know if because Sammy Guevara doesn't wrestle too much recently, but I forget how good he is a lot of the times. But
me
matches like
too.
this,
Yeah,
you see it and
he's
you're like, he's great. He really is.
he's phenomenal. I think he should just be pushed to the sky, to the moon. I would say because I think he's got good character. I mean, he can work on the mic work, of course, because he's not the best, but overall, I think him in the inner circle, he works more with that. And might I say, I mean, Excalibur out here saying, saying this is a win for the inner circle. It's like you listen to the podcast or something.
It's like he did, just like everyone
He said it
else.
like 5 times after he won.
Yeah. Look, guys, I appreciate you being here, but if you on commentary, Excalibur, you just want to say, oh man, Wrassle Graps, or, just throw it out there. Don't even provide context. Just say it once. People get curious. They look it up. That's all I'm asking. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. Just throw it up.
Yeah, maybe have it painted on the mask. Cool, I think.
Just throw it up. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't. No. Maybe just say we are the good brothers. We are the good brothers a couple of times. Um, you know,
Yeah, do
you
that.
know,
And that'll be good. Yeah.
people will know what it is, but we'll take credit for it.
Or just say shouts out Wrassle Grap. That always works. Shouts out Wrassle Graps always works.
Shouts out anybody usually works. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that just gets your attention immediately. You're like, who's Wrassle Graps? Who is that? Fuck those guys. I don't even know them, but fuck them. They sound like idiots. They sound like losers. What are they doing in their mother's basement, huh?
Some of that's wrong,
Recording a
some of it's correct,
podcast.
but
I know
no,
they recorded a podcast, but I don't know them. I'm just guessing, but assuming they do that and they're dumb. So
their name Wrassle Graps, they really would create a terrible podcast. They really wouldn't do that.
yeah, of course. Anyway,
Whatever.
that's just me being salty. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
Because
over
they
what.
invite us to that tournament. You know?
They did not do that. I mean, granted, we did show the game a lot, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's true. But I would have at least liked an invite that I could turn down.
That is true, and we could say it here that we turned it down. So we would have
Yeah.
proof. It'd be fun. What do we were on the Spears and Guevara match. Like I said before, it's a great match. If I would recommend checking it out, I think.
Yeah, I
It's
think I think it was a great match. Yeah. Definitely one of the better matches I've seen on Dynamite in a long time.
yeah. And there were
One
honestly
of the
two.
less fucking clunkiest matches. It was actually really well done.
I would say this match and the tag team title match were highlights of the show. The rest of the show was really take it or leave it stuff, but I mean, those two matches I
Yeah,
enjoyed.
yeah, me too.
So moving forward, we get to Tony. Shivani, not Khan. I almost said Khan, but it's Shivani, interviewing Christian. And Don Callis interrupts. He tries to talk out Christian, tries to tell him that he doesn't want to be in the all-out match, tries to get him away from it. But Christian, of course, says no. And that's really all there was to that.
Yeah. I
Never
love
get
Christian, man. It's like it's like he was in WWE CW that one time.
it. See how I tried to run past that before you could bring it up, but I did my best.
It's almost like he was in there, but I mean, who knows?
It's almost like he was, but he doesn't want to talk about it for good reason.
I mean, I'll just ask him when I meet him one day. Out in the blue, just like in Canada.
I'll be at a meet and greet. I'll be trying to actually talk to him, and he'll be on the sidelines. Hey, Christian, Christian, you remember WCW? Remember WCW?
Remember?
I know you can hear me. Stop ignoring me.
I get dragged out by security at that point. It's not even like a thing.
He'll be like, oh, what a weird kid. And I'll be like, yeah, what a weirdo.
Yeah.
Don't know who that is.
Who is that?
I don't know.
But yeah, I meet him in Canada.
Anyways,
I'll just say, hey man, pip pip cheerio, my guy. Hey, you know anything about WWECW?
man.
I don't
Slander
know you,
because of
but
the
can you know something about
WCWs.
that?
Man, sorry, center robotic there for like 1 second. I don't know if it's because Discord get tired of the Christian slander, but you know.
I just said pip pip cheerio, motherfucker.
That's a British thing, the same as a Canadian thing.
It's Canadian, I swear.
That's so dumb. Was that a British thing or a Canadian
I
thing?
mean, it has to be Canadian because it's like the nicest thing you can say to somebody. It's like saying bless you, you know?
I mean, sorry. That's also a thing.
I mean, sorry is when you fuck up and you have to like say sorry, but just greeting somebody, it's just like,
Hey, pal.
hey, pip pip cheerio.
Whatever. All right. Dante Martin has a quick promo on
Who?
Dynamite. Dante Martin from Top Flight. Very talented.
Lauren Dante? Yeah.
Okay. Um, let's see. This is a quick thing. It was so
Where's
quick.
top? Where's the other guy?
That's what I've been asking for a long time. I don't know where he is. Um, I didn't know last week. I still don't know. I kept trying to write down quick Dante Martin promo, but I got interrupted by Dan Lambert, so I kept almost forgetting to write it down.
Oh, so this is where the Dan Lambert segment was.
Yeah,
So what happened in the promo with Dante Martin? Though nothing happened.
it's basically him saying, "Kenny, I burnt you in the last time. Next time we meet, I'll just be a little bit more prepared, and I'll beat you."
That's not gonna happen. Anyway,
Anyways, Dan Lambert, this was
I
something.
don't know what was okay. So I'm missing a lot of pieces to a puzzle, and I don't know what the fuck. Why was he here? Why was he mad at Lance Archer? What happened in Miami?
I'm assuming that's a Road Rager thing, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because I missed some of those shows.
I
I
mean, all
come
I
back.
know, this dude was fucking yelling at me. And I came back from the bathroom. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? And he was yelling at me. He was like, you were just fucking in your mom's basement, which is true. We confirmed that on multiple podcasts here. And then he's like, he alleges that I play Dungeons and Dragons. All right, listen, I
And
don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I wish I played Dungeons and Dragons. That shit's fun. All right, it looks fun to me. So
you think we
pick
don't
that.
have? You think we have the combined brain cells to play that game?
That is
You
true. We're dumbasses. We need somebody to help us.
we even this is the only reason we don't play is because we're not smart enough to understand all those rules. Okay.
Yeah, we need ourselves a smart ass dungeon master, okay? And yeah, that's really where we're at right now. All right.
Uh, anyways, I saw these guys and I immediately thought this is like some weird version of the Real Americans. It's Zem
Apparently
Coulter.
they're
It's
from
this
like
guy.
yeah, they're from like MMA or something.
Yeah, no, they are. They had he brought apparently. I don't understand the storyline going on here. I remember one time there was a weird Lance Archer thing, and Dan Lambert was there. He was like, "Next time I see him, bring him back up." I was like, "I don't know why, but okay." And he brought Junior Dos Santos and Andre Arlovsky, I think were their names, if I didn't get that wrong.
Yeah, apparently he's been doing stuff for Impact Wrestling when I looked him up. That's what I read. So
That's more than I know about him.
yeah.
But Anyways, he comes out, he's insulting us, he's insulting the AEW locker room.
He's
Lance
honestly
Archer,
like he can work a crowd. Like I can see that he can work a crowd. Like he like stops at the right moments and starts at the right moments type thing. Where like he like waits for the crowd to react, and then when the crowd reacts, he goes off that reaction type thing.
she really brought up cancel culture too. I couldn't
He
believe
did
it.
the first thing he said.
Almost immediately, he said, "I can't believe that you people believe in cancel culture here in AEW. I can't believe it."
He was like shooting on like Max Caster or something.
That's possibly
Yeah, you see that guy showing his pants.
he was doing that.
Yeah,
It's a rough life out here.
yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Well, anyways, he has this line about how most of the guys in the back want to be tough guys who couldn't wrestle their way out of a wet paper bag if their lives depended on it. Yes, I did write that down, because I wouldn't
The
remember it
whole thing.
otherwise.
All
That
right.
one specific line, yes.
Yeah.
So Lance Archer comes out to stop this dude from talking, but Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, what's forgot the name there, come out and they beat down Lance Archer because they agree that they are in fact wannabe tough guys who could not wrestle their way out of a paper bag if their lives depended on it.
Hmm. I see. See.
At least I'm assuming that's why they did it. I don't know why else they would.
Yeah, they were defending their honor at that point.
I mean, it was really weird to me because he essentially brought out these MMA guys who are like actual fighters and said that you're nothing compared to these guys who will shoot on you if they have to. And Lance Archer's like, I've had enough of that. How dare you say that about us? And Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky said, no, no, he's right about that. That was very weird to me. I
I
know
feel
that
like
was
Arn Anderson should have came out there and taught that man a little something, something. That's what I think.
man. Shoulda.
He should have. Yeah,
Shoulda came
him
out there
and
with the
Buck,
clipboard.
him and Buck, or whatever his name is.
I think it was Brock, I'm pretty sure.
Brock, him and Brock, him and Brock come out there.
Good old Mike
Brock
Anderson.
Anderson and Arn Anderson. And they go in there, father and son, take them both down. You know.
Start beating down the real UFC guys who were told not to fight back.
Yeah, start shooting on them for
Oh,
realsies.
God. The last thing you wanted is to get
Yeah,
shot
how
out
else
by
do you
Arn
think
Anderson.
Brock's gonna win in the Malachi match, huh?
That is his only hope, actually.
Yeah.
I can't believe this dude had like 4 matches. He said, "No what? I'm gonna avenge my dad against Malachi Black." You already know Tony Khan heard that conversation. He said, "You're sure about that?" Like, I'll give
I
it to
mean,
you, but I just want to make sure you're sure about that.
my dude Cody, out of all people, lost to this man, okay?
Cody
Lost to this
lost, man.
motherfucker. Yeah, and he tried to retire, and then Malachi said, "No,
Cody said, "Man, shut up. Give me your shoes. I'm taking one.
I'm stealing your shoe." All right.
I'm taking this one shoe so I can make a joke about how you have one foot in the grave."
Yeah. Funny. Haha.
And it was funny. Uh, anyways, that was it for the
Where's
Dan
Cody?
Lambert.
He's recording his reality show.
It's recording that. It's recording the Go Big Show season 2, which we are not reviewing. I know we said it last week.
Uh,
I gotta say it again. I know you're very keen on Roast to the Top. I'm specifically talking about the Go Big Show here.
I mean, we saw the big show earlier in. I mean, not earlier, later in the night. So that's
We did see him, and we'll get to that.
yeah. Hmm.
So we get to the Jericho promo next up, which is essentially him saying he's gonna beat MJF, which was completely incorrect. I felt kind of lied to, actually,
Yeah,
but
he
whatever.
totally lied to us. He's capping big time.
So much cap in one promo, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, whatever, whatever. I'll never forgive him.
So next up, we get to what I would say is the last really enjoyable thing on this show: the Jurassic Express versus the Bucks for the tag titles.
Yeah. Anything like really cool you want to talk about?
Hmm?
Anything like really cool you want to talk about in this match?
Um, Nothing specific. There's a lot of cool spots that I enjoyed. There's just something specific that I remember to write down. I just remember that they had a really good match. Um, there was one point where Kenny tried to use the chair to cheat, like they did
This was
for
the
him.
worst thing, dude. This
I
is
can't,
terrible.
I can't believe that it
The
didn't work
referee
on
saw
Friday.
everything, and she was still trying to be distracted, or
She looked
he, or whoever it was. I don't know.
She looked back while this is happening, and I don't remember who it was. Was it Doc Gallows or Arn Anderson? It was like, not Arn Anderson. Carl Anderson were like, "Don't look over that. Look at me. Stop looking at that. It's none of your business."
Yeah, I'm so fucking fed up with the referees being actual dumbasses. That's what I'm like. You're just making you're making the referees look like dumbasses by booking them that way. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It makes them
True.
way less legitimate than they should be. And that's been since day one of AEW.
I mean, the
Like you
referees
think
have
they
a lot
get
of
it
issues.
right eventually, but yeah.
I mean, there was that. I didn't notice that part, but I mean, I'm sure it happened. But I mean, for the most part, it was a really good match. I thought.
It was a fun match, yeah, but that threw me off. Like I was just like, what the fuck? Why is this like why you gotta do like why do you have to do something so messy and not be able to actually do it correctly?
Was that uh, what's her name? Aubrey Edwards. Was that her
I don't
this week?
know. It was either her or some other person. I don't know. But yeah.
'Cause I don't know if it was her, but if it was her, she completely kind of got it back in the main event.
It could have been a dude. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, bottom line, they have a great match, but the Bucks retain, and they attack Christian and Jurassic Express afterwards. Well, Kenny Omega continues to tease CM Punk returning.
Yeah, Chuck Magnet on his shirt.
Shake
Who's
Magnet,
Chuck Magnet?
Shake Magnet.
Oh, okay.
The
My
hell is
bad.
a Chuck Magnet?
I don't know who Chuck Magnet would be, but
Because
yeah.
it's not a real person. It's Shake Magnet.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there, all right? And this is a
You-
totally unrelated thing, all right?
You're Chuck Magnet.
No. Okay, unrelated to Chuck Magnet, okay? I want to do a show called Pros and Cons. Where's KANS?
Okay.
I don't know what it would be though. I just know that that's a name, and that's a good name.
It sounds like a legally distinct version of Ups and Downs.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. But for AEW specific,
Yeah.
yeah, pros and cons. Huh.
It's like something that like someone in the comments would be like, man, it's just ups and
Oh,
downs, but
there's
there's
two
no sign.
cons now. There's Nick Khan and Tony Khan.
That is true.
So we could
So
do a show when we talk about that shit, but going on with both of them. Ooh,
interesting. We'll workshop it. But in the
yeah, yeah,
meantime, no one steals this idea.
yeah. And the DJ Khan, but he's not really a big part of this at all.
He actually just showed up yesterday, and I'm sure he'll be gone by Sunday. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah. He's there for the night. That's it.
he is. I I still have no idea who he is. If someone could please fill me in, I'd appreciate it. Please.
Yeah. This goddamn what's it called? The goddamn Rampage fan page, the logo actually do be looking like Little Tykes logo a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't even know if someone used the Rampage fan page already who isn't us. But like, if someone didn't, good
Oh, I
on
looked
us
it
for
up. I
getting
don't
there
think so.
first.
Yeah, we were there first. Okay, we're taking it. We're taking it right now.
And like, we're not gonna make a big deal out of it if someone else uses it, but we are gonna point it out a couple of times, I think.
We're gonna use it anyway, no matter what.
And when someone says you're stealing this, we're gonna clearly point out the video that we did last week, our Rampage review of the debut episode. If you haven't seen it, go check it out so that you know for a fact that Wrassle Graps to the Rampage fan page.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, man, I'm gonna warn you right now. It's gonna turn out to look like a kid's logo, and that's because I'm not good at making logos. But hey, it's nice and fast. Okay.
Point is, we just want to make very clear that we came up with it first. If that means having a logo, that means having a logo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, so
All I'm gonna
yeah,
say is most of my logos are gonna be like squares. All right.
that's all right.
I was
Yeah,
thinking about like triangles, but we can mark shot that shit later, I guess.
we'll figure it out. Good
Yeah.
to do some
I'll
geometry
hire
later.
someone else to make it that knows how to actually make good things.
I mean, yeah, or for now, we just do what
Let's
we've
go
been
on
doing.
Fiverr and be like, Rampage fan page. Do it right now.
Yeah, do it right now, but don't steal it because it's very important to us.
Yeah. Make it look like this. Blood dripping down. Like you're like, oh shit, okay. You got an idea for this.
Make it look like Metal Gear Solid, but not Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Basically.
Like, we want it to look like that, but we don't want to get sued or copyrighted, so, do what you
Yeah.
will with it.
Yeah.
So, the second half of the show I thought was very interesting because after the Jurassic Express versus the Bucks match, there's a very clear shift in momentum where it
Yeah.
considerably slows down a lot.
Yes. And that led to me being very bored in some points in that second hour.
Between the Jurassic Express match and the Rosa versus Ford match, there's like a solid half hour of no wrestling.
Yeah, the promos and shit just drained me eventually.
It really. By the time we got to the main event, I was just waiting for the show to end. And I felt bad because I knew that's the payoff to this feud. But like, you can't blame me.
Me
This was like,
too. I was just looking at the time. I was like, when is this gonna happen, dude?
it's like I know it's a Jericho match in 2021. He's not the most active dude in the ring, but like when you do that mixed with a bunch of promos that really drain the energy, it's really hard. Okay, it's really hard to get to that match.
Yeah, yeah. I had to get up, I had to walk around, I had to, make sure I was okay, make sure I was good, energized.
There were points in the main event where I just really did. I was at 10 minutes left. It felt like an eternity, so I started skipping to some parts because I was watching it on recording. So I was like
Yeah,
kind of skipping a couple minutes.
yeah. You're flexing your recording. I see.
Yeah, it's not always a flex.
I can't do that.
It's not always a flex because I'll wake up next morning and be like, "Man, you see the show yet?" And I'll be like, "Well,
True.
no, but I will."
I was gonna send you a tweet about the whole what's it called? The Lambert situation.
Yeah, I was watching the whole show. Time I got to the end, I was like, "What didn't he want me to have ruined for me?" By the time I got there,
It was that, yeah.
it really, I honestly, I I don't know if I would have reacted differently. It's not that I don't think there's anything that make me react different to what that promo was. Because really, it was just I was so confused by what was happening.
What if I just send it to you right now?
Uh, you can do that while I talk about this Baker interview, if you'd like to.
Yeah, it's cool. That's fine.
All right, so next up we get to a Britt Baker interview. If you didn't see Rampage episode 1, she beat Red Velvet, a match that we thought was fine. Didn't need to be the main event, but it was fine. It was enjoyable for what it was. And she brought back Jamie Hayter, and
Just don't read it out loud, maybe. But, yeah.
that caught me off guard. That was you didn't miss anything, by the way. That awkward silence, it just caught me off guard. Uh,
Yeah.
wow.
Hmm.
Hmm. Well, uh, that's an interesting tweet.
Yes, sir.
I I did he call did he call him?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
I was about
It
to
was a
say, is there's
little. It was just misunderstanding, maybe. A little jokesy joke.
how many liberties do you have to take with someone sending it to that point? Because that was not what he said at all.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was the whole dark web thing, I think. But yeah,
I mean, it was he's. I mean, he said it weird, but I don't think that's what he meant. I
that's not really bad at all. No,
think anybody meant that.
no. A bit darker than what he actually meant.
If you want to go look at the tweet for yourself, by the way, it's David Bix.
Fix and spin. I don't know.
Well, what if you want to go look at it, it's on his Twitter.
Yeah, just go look at that
So
if
if
you
you're
feel like it,
curious,
audience.
if you want to know why I reacted by complete another slam.
Yeah,
But anyway, Baker brought Jamie Hayter into the fold of her group, and we didn't know who she was at first. So good old Excalibur and the commentary team filled us in, and we get an interview introducing her, basically, or reintroducing her.
I'm
And
excited to see what she's got. To be honest, I mean, we need some new blood. I feel like there's women being brought to TV that shouldn't be on TV.
such as,
Red Velvet,
fair enough.
yes.
I mean, even
A
I'd
little
say,
bit of Jake Cargill, a little bit Jake Cargill.
I mean, she's getting a little bit better. Same with Red
Her
Velvet.
promos have always been decent. Like, yeah, exactly. They're getting better, but you have those people that are already good.
I would say Penelope Ford's a bit rough in the ring.
She's rough too. Yeah, for sure.
Because there was like, we'll talk about when we get to the match, but there were some points where it was a little bit weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of staples you can have in that women's division to have like on Dynamite every week, and these just aren't them. The ones that they're putting on TV.
At least not yet, anyways. So,
Thunder Rose is good. I like Thunder Rose. That's fine.
I can't believe they have her on the roster, like actually on the roster now. They don't take more advantage of having her around.
Yeah, she's a big time get. People, you see the way people reacted to her later. They were
Like,
pretty big reaction. But we can
you
get to
got
that later.
Just want to put it out there. When you got Rosa Statlander, you got uh,
Nyla Rose,
Nyla Rose, Sheeta, and
Baker,
Baker. Uh,
Riho sometimes.
yeah, I'm sticking away from the Joshi side because I don't know if they're still kind of screwed over
Yeah,
with travel issues.
true, true, true.
But yeah, them. Even Abaddon to a certain extent, she was like around for like a month.
Where is
She's
Habaton? Yeah. Abaddon
uh,
was a good character. I mean, wrestling wise, she was probably, I don't know how she was, to be honest. We haven't seen
I
much of that, but
can't
well,
imagine.
character wise, she was kind of like the Fiend a little bit, kind of like Rosemary a bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I can't imagine it's too different from those two characters.
Yeah.
But you
So
have
she
those
was pretty
people.
dope. I liked her a lot.
You have them sitting on the sidelines, not being used properly, and I get you want to showcase new talent, but feel them out first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Might not want to rush these people onto TV after getting 7 wins on Dark, against some nobodies.
But I mean, I'm still interested in seeing the Hater versus Velvet match next week. I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think Hater will probably just maybe destroy her, possibly. Because she is
Uh,
the assassin or something. So
that's what they said.
I don't know. I think they may have messed that up. Is she supposed to be the assassin or like the bodyguard or whatever?
Bodyguard, protector. Yeah, I mean, all
I thought she's an assassin.
made
She's not
more
like
sense than
go out
assassin.
there and kill people.
Until she actually legit shoot kill somebody, you can't call someone an assassin.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm just putting it out there. You might not
Well,
like it, but it's
people used to call Willa Ospreay an assassin.
the Aerial Assassin. That's a cool nickname, actually.
Oh, he actually was an aerial assassin, though, to be honest.
I mean, maybe you can use it, but you gotta, you know,
You have to at least have like really good skills to be an assassin. Like maybe she's great. Maybe she's like fantastic. Who knows? But yeah.
maybe hold off on the nickname till we've seen more of what she can do.
Yes, sir.
Maybe
Yeah,
do that.
let's wait. Yeah.
Maybe we do that actually instead.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. We take everything back. Let's just wait to see.
Yeah. Well, us and also them. Maybe don't call her an assassin until we know what she's capable of.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Because she hasn't been really into AW for a long time. So yeah.
We'll see where the Velvet match goes and if she's an assassin-like person. Maybe we'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully.
But it was a good promo segment. Um, basically, she just says she's been friends with Baker for a long time, and when she asked her to come back to help, she agreed to do it, and that's why she's here now.
Yep. I mean, that makes sense to me. Call you up. Hey, do you want to help? Yeah, sure.
It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah. Nice friendly conversation. Okay.
So next up, we get to a quick little recap of the Matt Hardy versus Best Friends, a little feud they got going on. And next week on
Interesting.
Dynamite, we get Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy, which should be a fun match, I think.
No, Wheeler Yuta though.
I mean, he's there too.
Yeah.
So
But we
here's
do already have a Wheeler. I'm just saying. So you may want to change his name. But otherwise,
we do have a Cash Wheeler,
yeah,
and
Cash.
he's currently not around. So I mean, I
There's a
guess he'll
Chip
be
Wheeler somewhere else.
around. Still not confirmed entirely that he's a real person.
No, it's not a real person. He's a fake person.
Well, we'll figure it out eventually. But we get to the Tony Schiavone with Paul White. I don't know why I keep feeling tempted to call Tony Schiavone Tony
Well,
Khan.
I mean, that new well is not hidden for me.
It's not the same though.
No, it's not.
It's because it's not the very start of the song. It's like 3 seconds in, and it should be the beginning of the song.
Yeah, I know. Definitely
So,
not that great.
see, this is why I can't compliment Ruckus on doing things because he does stuff like this where he could have done it a little bit better, but he just didn't.
I like Ruckus.
Like when he could fix the well, maybe I'll give it to him.
See, when you fix that well, yeah, sure.
When you take the first few seconds off and you make the well the beginning part, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. It's just tough love. It's not like we hate him, but
I'm just
you
saying he
know,
can do better. That's all I'm saying.
that's all. It's constructive criticism. Yes.
So he brings out Paul White, and Paul White's very excited.
He's
So
so
excited.
happy. He's like,
He
I'm
feels
back
like,
in the ring. I can step over the top rope again.
man, give me that mic, Tony. I'm sorry. I don't want to rip your arm off and walk away with it.
He's the nicest giant ever until he eventually cries and becomes a heel. But
It's the nicest giant to you trying to leak his news on live television, like QT
yeah,
Marshall did.
that did happen.
Man,
You thought Ric Flair thing was something.
this dude said, here's a picture of the scars you have from surgery, but we all knew it was an attempt to leak Big Show dudes on live TV.
He had all the pictures, that's for sure.
Here's a picture from my private collection. Don't ask questions
Private
about.
collection, quote unquote.
Big Show even said, man, what are you doing out here showing pictures of my ass? You know what? I want you it all out.
I want your ass at all out. Whoa, whoa, I didn't expect the tables to be turned like that, huh?
All the turntables.
Yeah. I like QT Marshall on the mic. I don't him in ring. I mean, he hasn't shown me much, but I know he trains people, so that's all I need to know, I guess.
I'm actually kind of annoyed because you already know what should be a 5 minute match and all that's going to be like 15 minutes long.
I mean, I can say one thing: QT Marshall has zero drip factor. He's very bad at
Absolutely
the
none.
drip. Yeah,
Looks
he
like
looks
a
like a
fifth,
priest every night, and he's just not. It's not
wearing,
hitting. It's not good.
looks like a 50-year-old man out of Florida. He's
Yeah,
doing his
that's exactly
best.
what it is. Yeah, he thinks he has drip, but he just doesn't. It's not clicking at all.
None, zero drip, actually. No drip factor.
Yeah, just on the meter of like him to Rey Mysterio, he's way at the bottom, right?
Well, Rey Mysterio's doing average right now, slightly below. He's like maybe below zero, QT
He's
Marshall.
above most wrestlers.
I don't know.
Rey
It's
Mysterio, not QT Marshall.
oh, yeah, no, naturally so.
QT
But
Marshall's at the bottom of it. Like if there's a meter, right, he's at the very bottom, like in the red. He's in the red, but Rey Mysterio was in the top parts. He's like nearly approached, like he's nearly at the end that meter.
Dominic is closely following, obviously.
Yeah, okay, he's the son. Of course, he has to live in his father's footsteps. And that includes the drip.
And
So
in the middle of that, you have Seth
it
Rollins.
must be dope, like having somebody that can just get some Gucci shit for you.
What?
It must be, I'm just saying, it must be dope to have like someone that can get you some Gucci shit and like some whatever you want. That's designer, you know.
That's not what I thought you said at first. That makes more sense. Okay.
What do you think I said? This always happens.
I just said it must be cool. I just want to get you some Gucci.
Oh, not Gucci. Oh no,
I was like, what?
no, it's not. No, 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 no. He can get you the
Now it sounded
Supreme. He
so
can get
much.
you the Gucci. He can get you the Prada at the Louis. All that stuff. Rey Mysterio, I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think Rey Mysterio's doing all that for Dom.
He can get
You
you
know,
ripped out. I mean, that's just pretty cool.
man. All right.
I mean, he
Well,
probably could get him some Gucci. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
I, I swear that it actually sounded like he said that. Whatever.
I mean, it's not like a wrong like fact or anything. It probably could be done.
No, but I just don't think Rey Mysterio does that. It's like, hey,
I
son,
don't
look what
think
I
he
got you
does
today.
that, but it could be done. It can be done.
SpongeBob meme, son, look what I got you today. Candy.
Yeah,
Whatever. We get to
whatever. Yeah,
we get to kind of move away from that one. Sterling and Jade Cargill backstage. Jade Cargill will face off against Kira Hogan on Rampage. Don't know
interesting.
too much about Kira Hogan, besides the fact that she was an Impact.
Yeah, that's all I know. I think she's good though. That's what I've heard.
I'm
She's
gonna
like
take
she does stuff with her ass. Maybe I don't know, but yeah,
gonna take a wild stab in the dark. Said there's no relation to Hulk Hogan.
yeah. I think I've heard things about her ass. That's all I've heard.
Some research, I see. Okay.
It's just all. It's sometimes it's on Twitter. You just see it.
All right. Well, we'll find out on Friday. We'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't know if she has moves related to her ass. Just I know people talk about it. So
That's a different side of Twitter you want to avoid.
yeah, we want to not go into that part of Twitter, but it just pops up sometimes. Yeah.
Just like that Ric Flair picture from yesterday.
I mean, that was all over. It was trending worldwide.
That was the craziest thing, man. Half the population was disgusted. Half the population was like, man, good for you, Rick. Really are
Yeah,
nature boy.
way to go on that train, my guy.
Man. So,
I don't even remember the last time I was on a train. Well, I mean, actually, I do. Never mind.
I think the last time I was on a train. Never. Never happened.
Yeah, you were never on a train before?
Maybe once, but I don't remember it. So I'm going to go with never.
Yeah. I mean, you're not missing much.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So we get to the Elite backstage. They're gonna do an interview, but then you have Tony Schiavone. He's like, "Man, Tony Khan, he's sick of you guys. He hates what you're doing. I want you to stop right now." That's why the Bucks, you're gonna have a steel cage match against one of four teams. We're gonna have a eliminator thing. So I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah, surely. It should be interesting for the Eli to do that.
I mean, the only right answer for who they're going up against is the Lucha Bros, right?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I mean, it's not Varsity Blondes. It's just not.
What if it's proud and powerful?
They're not even in this.
Who was in it?
It's Varsity Blondes, Private Party, yeah,
Oh, okay.
Jurassic
Maybe it's
Express.
private party. It could be.
It could be, but I don't think they're gonna beat Jurassic Express for some reason.
Maybe, maybe not. But I mean, they're doing well right now. Private party.
Yeah, they are.
I think they're just as good.
I feel like it's weird to get a heel team against a heel team right now. So it's gonna be either tweener like the Lucha Bros or the
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you got a
or
point.
Jurassic Express. I would much rather see the Lucha Bros in a steel cage match with the Young Bucks. That sounds very fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. That would be a very fun match.
Yeah.
Very
So
incredible.
next,
I can already see
from
the high spots.
yeah, someone's diving off the cage. You already know.
Wait, what? Oh, someone's
Someone's
diving
got
off the cage. Yeah.
so next up we get to Taz and Hook in the ring almost instantaneously. Actually, they switched
Yeah.
almost immediately to this.
I think I heard him in the background during the actual interview.
I did too.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
I thought Tony Schiavone was still going, but no, it was Taz.
Yeah, I thought it was like I thought it was like a pre-recorded thing where it was like, you know, the other promo, like the what's it called, the MMA guy was still talking or something like that in the background. They just like recorded the promo at the same time or something. But it was Taz all along.
Mark Sterling, not Mark Sterling. I thought Dan Lambert came back.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
round
what I
two,
thought.
we're going again.
Yeah, that's what I
And
thought. I was like,
was
oh god, here we go
was
again.
was Taz Hook? He brings out Ricky Starks, who looks shockingly like.
A bit like The Rock. Yeah,
I don't know if it's just because he's wearing what The Rock usually wore, like at least on the top half.
I'm gonna tell
But
you, people compare this man to The Rock before he was even in AEW. So I think he's just living up to that. I'm pretty sure.
really is going with it.
He doesn't.
Well,
He doesn't remind me anything of The Rock. I'm just saying. He doesn't remind me anything about The Rock, and that's because probably because I didn't watch his NWA shit. Most likely.
me too, but like tonight with the shirt and the glasses and the fusion,
I
this
mean,
looked
yeah,
a
he
lot like
looked
The
like The
Rock.
Rock a little bit. Like he was doing like Rock cosplay, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. I don't know if everyone else felt that way, but I saw him. I was like, man, he looks like The Rock a little bit. And give it to
He did. I was like, oh god, he's living that dream of being The Rock.
him. Well, anyways, he tries to call
His mic
out.
work has not been that good.
I like him for the most part. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
He brings out, he tries to bring out Brian Cage, who was unfortunately been attacked by Hobbs backstage.
But
And I thought
then Brian
this
Cage
is,
started fighting back.
he stood up almost immediately. He said, "The camera's on me. I'm not going down to you." Started brawling
Exactly.
with him. And then you had Starks, Taz, and Hook. They were in the ring like, we're
We
gonna
gotta
do
go.
something
We gotta
about
go.
this.
We gotta go.
Yeah, yeah.
Unrelated reasons. We gotta go. We gotta get that. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Ricky Starks was walking quickly, and you had Taz who was walking to the back. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I'll get it.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
can
here.
he? I mean, I don't know if he can run, to be honest. But yeah,
He wasn't even trying. He was like, man, every time this happens, every time.
yeah.
I told you to make sure he was down. Hobbs, okay?
That wasn't a faction. I just don't. I don't know if I don't know if he can run.
He just
I'm
didn't
just
want
asking.
you.
I
He
don't
just
know
didn't
if he.
want
Yeah, I guess he didn't want to. That's character. But yeah,
he literally
yeah.
he looked at the crowd at some point. He was like, man, I don't know.
I was just thinking. I was like, some people just can't run, dude. Just, it's just the
Some people,
thing.
I know, I choose not to run.
Yeah, exactly.
People are like, hurry up. And I'm like, uh, rather not, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So they move
I
on
run
to,
because I'm fast. So, I mean, I can also walk fast. So I don't even need to run. Just walk everywhere.
yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
So we get to the Death Triangle next up. Pac's talking about Andrade, but Andrade was here the
Then
whole
who shows
time.
up?
Voting
Yeah,
yes.
just ran in front of him.
Andrade said, "Man, I got some conditions for you." He hands him the conditions, and what I can only assume is a copy of his screenplay right under it.
I have some conditions for you. This is conditioner.
Just-
Exactly.
You should see the size of this stack of conditions he handed. It's just
Yeah,
comically large. I can only imagine it's only because on each page there's one word written in like size 72 font.
probably. And it's
You know,
all in Spanish, so it doesn't even matter. You have to like translate it on Google.
you have
Or maybe
like
I guess the Lucha Bros can just read it. It's fine.
Lucha Bros, the other guy whose name I always forget, just sitting there.
Alex. Alex.
Yeah, Alex is there. Andrade says, at, starts the page.
Yeah.
Here, Andrade says, oh, oh, out. He said out here.
That's a surprising one. That's how you didn't see that coming.
Oh, well, I don't, that makes sense. He did say
Plot
conditions.
twist, honestly.
I have some conditions. Uh, Judging by this, I'd say there's at least 1,000, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, that's probably how it went, honestly.
I hope that they have a segment next week where he's only halfway through it.
Hopefully. Yeah, I hope so. I haven't even read all the conditions yet. He slams it down.
He's like, "Have you read it?" And he's like, "Do you know how large this thing is?"
I've been reading this all week. I can't get to the end.
I want sleep deprived Pack and Alex reading this thing,
Yeah, I
and they're
want it.
only halfway through. They haven't slept in 7 days.
Yeah.
That's
You know
that.
what? Let's figure this out on our own. Just throw it in the trash. We're done with this.
I hope they go to Andrea next week. Man, you have a Cliff Notes version of this. I mean,
Yeah. So I didn't read it. Wait, what?
I tried to. I got 3 words in. I was like, "This is ridiculous." There's how many pages? 2,000. We're not doing that. Actually, I have other things to do.
Yeah, I can use my time better than that.
You think that you're gonna get this physique by sitting here and reading? No,
Yeah, I feel like that trial was done. I feel like it's over.
probably after a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just done so. Sad,
Next,
but whatever.
so after about 30 minutes, you get to a match because this is a wrestling show after all.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't a great match, but it
Wait,
was
which match was this? Oh
Thunder
yeah,
Rosa versus
the
Penelope
great
Ford.
the great Penelope was here.
And I was surprised there was actually some context for this. Apparently on Dark, uh,
Oh really?
Penelope was attacking her opponent after the match, and Rosa sent commentary like, "Man, I'm going to help. I guess I'll do it." And now we have a match.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Because I didn't pay attention to this match, I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But yeah.
I only know this because they showed it on Dynamite, but I saw it on Twitter. That's the thing that happened.
Yeah. I completely yeah. Missed that.
Well, to no one's surprise, Thunder Rosa won. Of course she did.
Yeah, she did win. I know that. It was I guess it was nothing special about the match for me to remember, I guess. Because I was watching it. I just don't remember.
It really is a lot. It's Rosa beats down Ford a little bit. Ford gets the upper hand for like a couple minutes, and then Rosa. They do some cool submission stuff, like submission reversals. But besides that, there's not a lot to talk about here.
I actually like the whole super bad gimmick, to be honest.
I did let us skip Sabian.
Where the fuck is Kip Sapien? He
Who knows?
was playing Call of Duty the other day.
Or they streaming it for God Dynamites tonight.
How much duty can you call? Huh?
And how many battlefields can you play through? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the fuck. How many wars can you be in, dude?
Too many.
Yeah.
So now we get to Raymond promos for the main event. Then we can get to the main event. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Get to the Arn Anderson backstage with his son. He said, "Listen, Brock, I'd rather you don't do this. Malachi's gonna murder you." I'm like,
This is
seriously.
awesome.
It's like,
This is so good.
and I don't know what that. So I did the whole Arn Anderson impression, and all of a sudden, Siri's like, "I'm sorry, you see something?"
And I think it's, she just turned on by your Arn Anderson impression.
All right.
That's how that goes. You know, robots just get turned on and then they turn on themselves and they're like, "Hey, you need me?"
When I go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna start using that. Actually, I'm gonna write that down so I remember it.
Okay.
It's in very. It's like you do the Arn Anderson impression at random points during the day. Right.
You'll see what happens.
Well, anyways, uh, Arn
Maybe it's
Anderson's
just
like
maybe it's just the iOS spying on you. Maybe it's just Apple is spying on you with their new spyware or whatever.
someone say murder.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. Well, anyways, Arn said, please don't do this. And Brock said, oh, I'm going to do it. And there is something you can do about that. So I'm sorry.
Motherfucker. I ain't call you motherfucker because you're my dad, but that's besides the point.
I'm thinking it. Just hope you know it.
Yeah, exactly.
So next week it's Brock Anderson versus Malachi Black. And what I can only imagine will be a very short contest.
He was like, "This is how we do it back at home, all right? We'll say
So
back at home, all right, Brocky."
I don't know. What even is back at home for these guys? I don't even know.
I have no idea. Nice suburban neighborhood, maybe. I don't know.
Nice that we're in the middle of Texas.
Yeah, possible.
This is how we do it back in the suburbs.
Yeah,
Just,
having fights with all your neighbors.
we have a fight with our neighbors. We talk to
Sally
them.
pissed me off last week. Had to show her what's
So,
up.
but sure, what's up? I mean,
Hand to hand combat
we had a civil conversation. Right. Asked her
on a
not to do it
trampoline.
again. Asked her nicely. I said, please don't do that again. It was very, very hurtful. Rather, you
Yeah,
don't do that anymore.
one of those
It's,
situations where you just have like a fight club with all your neighbors.
it's very polite fight club. They don't believe in that back in the suburbs.
That is true. People are very nice in the suburbs.
No problem. They just talk about it. It's over.
Yeah.
So then you get to the Miro promo where Miro, he's very unhappy that Fuego del Sol got that contract 'cause he didn't earn it.
Didn't someone
And
call him a fraud the other day?
tell who fraud? Miro?
Joey Janela called Fuego del Sol a fraud.
Well, it's not factually incorrect.
He said, "You're from Alabama."
It's him, now Jericho. They call him out, and then something about this luchador from Alabama thing. There's just something right with people.
Yeah, I don't get it. He's clearly wearing a mask. He's jumping off things, doing DDTs. I mean, what more do you want?
It's a very simple category, man. Wear a mask and you're a luchador. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Hurricane was luchador.
I
Best
mean,
luchador,
well, he
actually.
had a cape, so
Top
it's
10.
exception.
Yeah, but he had a mask on. I didn't know who he was. Who was he? No one knows.
That's his secret identity, obviously.
Yeah, obviously a secret.
I think the big takeaway though from this segment though is Miro is going after Eddie Kingston next for I don't know why, but I'm gonna be interested in that.
I don't know why either, but that sounds good.
So then we get to a very angry John Moxley promo, which is always fun for me. Woke me up a little, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to this. I was like, why is this show not over?
I get it was rough, but this is actually a pretty good promo that I enjoyed.
I'm sure it was. I was just like, shut the fuck up.
So Moxley has this whole thing about how it feels like everyone's forgetting who was on the top. Everyone comes here, they think they could just carry it by being here. That's not how it works. He's gonna remind people that he's at the top of the food chain, and he threatens to murder Danny Garcia and says, I want you to really consider if you want to be at the top of this food chain with people like me, because those doctors and those referees, they're there to keep you safe from me. I don't really care about all that stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was just on my oh brother, this guy stinks energy, man. Because I was just like, fucking hell, why are you talking to me, man? I don't want to deal with this shit.
And you're like, oh, John Moxley, cool. How much time I got left in this?
Exactly. I
20
was looking at my
minutes.
time. I was like, oh god, fuck.
You're like 30 minutes. What the? This felt like
Yeah,
9 years.
exactly. I was like, when is this shit over? Please be over soon.
This one, it really dragged this one.
Yeah.
So we
Especially
get
with all the
to,
promos before that. I just wasn't feeling having another promo.
I mean, it really was rough. I can't even blame you.
Yeah.
So finally, we get to the main event MJF versus Chris Jericho in the anti Judas agenda match.
Jeff.
And I think my favorite part of this entire match was seeing people try to sing Judas, but realizing they don't know the actual words. So there are parts when
Ju-
they would
Ju-
sing it.
Judas in my Judas in my eyes, mind.
There was some part where noticeably heard being quiet because they clearly forgot the lyrics.
Yeah,
I actually pretty much like that. That's my favorite part of this whole match.
yeah. Good on them for even trying. I would probably also try because I have no other choice. But yeah,
Like, this is a rough match style. It's like, I didn't expect a lot from this. I feel bad that they were in this position. But an MJF
yeah,
versus Chris Jericho main event after a very slow hour is not at all the right way to do this.
yeah. Okay, so the way this went was just terrible. All right, the way this just because they had the bat right at the end of the match. Unless you want to talk about something before this, right?
I mean, they had some fun spots like MJF stole Chris Jericho's cameraman spot where he flips off the crowd. Like Jericho
That's
caught him
funny.
and punched him in the face. I like that. And
That was funny.
it's a bunch of cool stuff where Jericho tries to win without the Judas effect. But it was also a very Chris Jericho slow pace match. So
It
it
was very
wasn't the greatest thing
stupid.
all the time.
That's the way I
And
could describe it. It's very stupid. Because
I
if
was
you're like a veteran wrestler and you have like all these finishers and signatures that you can use, and you don't even try the code breaker or the walls or the lion tamer or anything like that, and you just try the lion's hold, and when you can't do your little elbow, it's just all of a sudden you don't know what to do anymore. It just kind of throws it off a little bit.
I think the thing that
And
bothers
you
me
have all
most
those finishers in your arsenal. I'm just saying, you just chose to use the elbow for this part of your career, I guess. But hey, you can still do those other moves. Like it's not against it. Like this is
uh,
what you have to do in this match, and you just not do it.
that bothered me a lot, but not as much as the ending of this match, where Aubrey catches MGF trying to cheat with the ring.
That was bad too.
Fine, perfectly fine. Jericho uses the bat, which whatever, it's cool.
I feel like she
He goes,
saw him take out the pet.
but she really though, and if we go with that narrative where she's not looking, she can't see anything. He goes for the Judas and he's like, "Oh, I can't do that here. The referee will see me." She's not even looking at you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Okay, I don't even know if that's the problem because yeah, the thing is, I don't think that would make sense considering that would be a little shame like on him. It'd make him look terrible because he was supposed to not use anything Judas related. Like he wasn't supposed to use the Judas effect, and then if he does use the Judas effect, then he can't win without using the Judas effect. And he looks weaker.
I mean, I guess so, but then you get yourself this weird point where you're sitting,
It's more
you know,
embarrassing than
he
than what happened, I guess.
hit him with the bat, and he goes for juice effect. And he's like, "Oh man, I forgot. Damn it!"
That's what links back to what I said. Like he just hit a code breaker. Just hit a fucking code breaker.
And like, I get that the
Like
code
you fight
breaker.
its legs at some point and fucking lock him in the walls. Like you
I get
have these moves. MGF hit a walls and fucking more than you.
I get that the code breaker, right? It's one of those things where later on in the career it could get like rough to land like back like that. I get
Yeah.
it. It's not the greatest thing, but every once in a while, like this, just bring it
You can
out.
do a fucking lion saw. Just do a fucking move. One move. Just one thing. Especially in
Just
a
make it.
stipulation like this, you have to be ready to hit something else in your arsenal that you have. Like you got all these fucking moves. Like, come on, do it.
I'm not saying like the code breaker is the problem I have with this match. There is plenty. Just I really think he should have done it once, just to really show that he's tried everything and it didn't work.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It just wasn't. I wasn't really into it.
I especially thought it was weird that they had Jericho tap out
It made him look
because
stupid because he turns around, right? He hits him with the bat, and he turns around to do it, and then he pauses, and he just freezes, and he doesn't know what to do. That's just such a rookie move.
yeah, I get that he got caught up in the match and forgot, but I mean, if you're a veteran of like 40 years,
You
did you
can't
really forget?
move. You can't just get out of it. It was not good.
I don't know. They definitely could have done better with this one. They
Yeah.
really could have.
Can't
Or,
sidestep MJF or anything.
I mean, I feel like you should have had MGF end it differently, maybe. Because I don't know if you want Jericho tapping out like that. Because I don't know. It just felt really weird.
Maybe there's a way to do it with the ring. Maybe there's a way to do it with the ring. That's how I would have done.
You could have done it
Like
with
there
the.
was two rings. There could have been two rings. There could have been a replica ring and a fucking real ring.
Not even
There
that.
could have
Maybe
been
Jericho tries to use Floyd,
a
but
decoy ring. And he pulls out in front of the ref. And then the ref gets distracted. And she's like, no, I'm putting this ring away. And then he uses Floyd, but then he tries to go for the Judas effect, didn't work. But then guess what? Boom, in his ass, he's got another ring. And boom, he pulls it out and he whacks him in the head with it. And then he pins him or something. I don't know.
Doesn't have to be that. I mean, they could have just done like Jericho goes
Or
for
maybe no Judas
Floyd.
effect, of course. I was
Or
just doing it the way that it was done. And then like I put the ring in there. But yeah.
you could have done Jericho uses Floyd, right? But then he throws the bat away, he turns around into a low blow from MJF, and then that's how he gets the advantage. You don't
Or
have to
maybe
do a
he
weird
goes. Okay,
use effect thing.
maybe maybe he goes for a low blow with the bat, but he got a cup on. MJF was ready for everything, right? He got a cup on, so it doesn't even work. So then he gets knocked out by the ring behind Aubrey's back, and he pins him 1, 2, 3. Now that's a good ending. That right there. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, look, almost anything would have been a little bit better, I feel,
That
in the
was the
way they
best.
did.
That's the best ending right there. He tries to
So,
cheat. It doesn't work. He's like shocked. He gets knocked the fuck out. That's
yeah,
it. That's good. And 2 rings, double ring. That's good shit. That's good shit.
I mean, overall, this whole show, I feel bad for a lot of this show because it had potential, right? It's just, they really, something was off with this one. And it's probably the 30 minutes of promos they did.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I'm not even like against giving it a thumbs up, to be honest, because
I
I
would give
enjoyed the show.
I'm going with a thumbs in the middle because the first hour was good and the second half wasn't that great. I think a thumbs in the middle is more fair enough.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
No, I think it has too many problems for a thumbs up.
I don't know, dude. I think it's gonna get a thumbs up because I had a lot of fun, except for like the little
I,
ending. But
I had
that's
fun
it.
the first hour and then they started with 30 minutes of promos and I didn't have any more fun.
Yeah, I see your point, but like I don't know. I kind of just feel like it's a thumbs up.
That's fair enough. I
Yeah.
mean, let us know what you guys thought. I mean, I don't know if it's just us being a little
I
bit
wasn't
negative.
gonna hold the promos against them entirely.
I was because that really took a lot out of me.
Yeah. I think they could work on it for sure, but I think that it didn't really it wasn't that big a deal to me.
I
It was
don't know.
just kind of it made for like a bit of a boring esque wait, wait for the main event, wait for this, when there could have just been matches in there instead.
I really don't know how to do it
Like
besides
a
just not.
structural issue.
Because there was only like 4 matches on
And
this
then the
show.
referee stuff just happened so often that I kind of just whatever.
At one point, there's only 4 matches on this 2 hour show.
Yeah,
That's not enough for a 2 hour show.
yeah, true. There's a lot of good shit that I liked. There was a lot of bad shit, but I'll give it a thumbs up.
I don't know. Let us know what you guys thought down below. Do you guys think it's more of a, 50-50 kind of deal? Do you still want to forgive it, give it the thumbs up? Just let us know what you guys think. I'm curious, actually.
Definitely like not as bad as some other shit that I've been giving thumbs in the middles to. There's a lot
Yeah,
of other shit. Like next week's show, I can see being a thumbs in the middle.
next week's show doesn't sound like interesting at all.
I can see that being a thumbs in the middle, thumbs down. I honestly,
I am not excited for next week at all.
yeah,
That's one of the shows where, if in case you haven't seen the card, it feels very much like it's a dark episode with like
yeah.
a couple interesting matches.
Apparently, it's like one of their biggest crowds, possibly.
And granted, right, if CM Punk could have returned by that point, and we'll just be so happy he's back that we'll forgive anything they do. We'll give it
I
a
guess
double
that's what
thumbs
some
up.
people are doing. Yeah, some people are thinking like, hey, I should see a Punk's gonna cut a promo and that shit.
That's probably, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. But for now, I'm just not looking forward to it.
yeah. I mean, we'll see if CM Punk shows the fuck up. If he doesn't show up, that's just gonna be funny.
Tony Khan's like, you know what to expect. No,
It's
don't expect it.
funny. It's funny if he doesn't show up. It's good if he does.
It's gonna be funny at first, and you're gonna get a little bit upset because you got very excited.
I didn't get too excited though.
I mean,
I know what I'm getting into when I go with CM Punk.
I
When I talk about
mean,
CM Punk, I'm just like, he'll either fucking wrestle or he won't. It's just how
uh,
it's gonna be.
I mean, if you're somebody who bought a ticket to the first dance specifically for the CM Punk return, and he doesn't show
I
up,
mean, it's because they I don't know, dude. I guess I get that. I feel bad for that, but overall, it very much is just like you get too caught up in the hype type of thing. So yeah,
I think that's pretty much it for this one. If you
yeah.
want to wrap it up.
All right, so you guys should go follow us on every single social media platform ever because we're everywhere. Yeah, you can just talk to us on there too because that's kind of cool. You know, you can tell us your opinions and stuff because you probably got opinions that you want to share. Just share with us. Wrassle Graps on every single social media platform. You know what? Why don't you go on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star rating because that's the best rating you can give us. And also, why don't you subscribe on there? Why don't you hit a follow button on Spotify because that's does something maybe gets you notified. That's for sure, possibly. And what else? You probably turn on notifications everywhere you can. Go on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comments thing, and type us your thoughts a little bit about what you think and share the content because sharing the content is just beneficial and it gets more people to notice us. You know, more opinions being spread around, more opinions are being bounced off of, and more entertainment for everybody involved. So, I mean, that's really it. So, see you guys in the next one.
See ya.